The Tale of the Trees, Jotham's warning to the people. Once upon a time, in the days of Israel's judges, there was a man named Jotham. He was the younger son of Gideon, also called Jerubbaal, a great leader of Israel. But Jotham's family had been torn apart. His brothers were all murdered by their half-brother, Abimelech, who thirsted for power and had no regard for kinship. Abimelech had convinced the people of Shechem to make him their king, despite the bloody path he had taken to the throne. Jotham, though fearful for his life, could not remain silent. He climbed up Mount Gerizim, where his voice would carry far and wide. He wanted to send a powerful message to the people of Shechem, so he told them a story, a parable that would leave them thinking. "Listen to me, people of Shechem," Jotham called out. "I have a tale for you." And this is the tale he told. Once, the trees of the forest decided they needed a king to rule over them. So, they approached the olive tree. "Be our king," they said. But the olive tree, wise and fruitful, replied, "Why should I give up my rich oil, which blesses both God and man, just to sway over trees?" And the olive tree refused. So, the trees went to the fig tree. "Be our king," they urged. But the fig tree, full of sweet fruit, answered, "Why should I give up my delicious fruit, which nourishes so many, just to be king over trees?" And the fig tree also refused. Next, the trees sought out the grapevine. "You, be our king," they pleaded. But the grapevine, heavy with juicy grapes, replied, "Should I give up my wine, which brings joy to God and men, to rule over trees?" And the grapevine too declined. Finally, in desperation, the trees went to the thorny bramble bush. "Be our king," they begged. The bramble, prickly and worthless, gladly accepted. "If you truly want me to be your king," the bramble said, "then come and find shade under my thorny branches. But if not, let fire come out from me and consume all the great trees of the forest." Jotham paused, letting the words hang in the air. "Do you understand the story?" He cried out to the people of Shechem. "You have made Abimelech your king, a man as dangerous and unworthy as the bramble bush. You rejected all the good and wise leaders, and now you have chosen one who will only bring destruction upon you." The people of Shechem stared, speechless. Jotham's voice grew even more intense. "If you have acted in good faith by making Abimelech your king, then let it bring you joy. But if you have betrayed my father's house, may fire come from Abimelech and consume you, just as the bramble warned." With that, Jotham fled into hiding, knowing Abimelech's wrath would soon follow. Life lessons. Beware of unworthy leaders. Just like the trees choosing a bramble, we should be careful whom we elevate to power. Not everyone who desires leadership is fit for it. A bad leader, like a thorny bush, brings harm rather than help. Value those with true gifts. The olive tree, fig tree, and vine refused to be king because they already served a greater purpose. We should honor those who humbly fulfill their roles, rather than seek power for its own sake. Shortcuts to power come with consequences. Abimelech seized the throne through deceit and violence. His reign, like the bramble's shade, offered no real shelter, only pain and destruction. This is a story of choosing wisely, and the consequences when we don't. Be careful who you crown king. And so, the people of Shechem were left with Jotham's words ringing in their ears, a warning they could not ignore. The parable of the trees was more than just a story, it was a mirror showing them the danger of choosing the wrong leader. Jotham's voice, though carried away by the wind, echoed a truth that would soon unfold in their lives. When power is seized by those unworthy of it, destruction is never far behind. As we reflect on this ancient tale, may we remember to seek wisdom, honor true leadership, and guard our choices carefully. Just as in Jotham's parable, the decisions we make today will shape the world we live in tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and until next time, choose wisely.